Hey there, Scorpio. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome back. If you've been here before, I really appreciate the subscribes and the likes. I can't even tell you, and the shares. It really makes me feel really like I'm actually making a difference. And so that's really cool. If this is the first time you've been here, I hope you stick around and see if there's something in it for you. Take a look. Let me know if it resonates. Leave me a comment. If it does, give me a thumbs up. So what we do at this channel is we go through and we look at the energy of the moon for the week and how is it interacting with our lives and how can we use it to our benefit, right? And so I like to start with a conversation starter from Poppy Palin's Everyday Enchantment Tarot. And then we look at the cycle of the moon as it works its way through the week using the Queen of the Moon Oracle cards by Stacey DeMarco. And at the end, I'd like to give you a focus card, color card for the week, and we use the Secret Language of Color card. So if I don't do that, I will leave you one in the description, so be sure to check for that. So what does Spirit want to talk to you about this week? Well, right now we've got a full moon coming up in Cancer, right? And that's on Saturday. And so it started with that new moon eclipse on the 12th of July. So if there was a project or something that you started back then, that cycle is coming to like a point where, okay, let's take a look at it. Let's evaluate it. Do I need to cut something out? Do I need to improve something? So that's like the general energy of that. And for you, that's going to be happening on Saturday. And so we'll take a look at that later. But right now, for this week, we're walking into the week with the moon just moving into Aries on Sunday. It's in your 6th house of your day-to-day activities and your health. So this is a good place to take some time on Sunday to kind of discern, what does that mean? How's this going to work in my life? Because there's probably have some fears. Some of them are going to be rational and some of them are going to be irrational. So she's got them, see how she has the fears all on a string, but she also has a cage there. So some of them she might need to hang on to. They're legit, but mostly she should probably be letting those fears go. So that's kind of how Monday's setting up for you. But your overall energy for the week is this. This is, I am up against a lot of people or an organization or just the way things have always been done, and things need to change. We need to make this better. I'm standing up for myself. I'm standing up for others. I want to elicit some sort of a positive change that will be good for everybody. So that's the energy you're walking into. And then you have all this discernment and this fear wrapped up in it. And so to get you some guidance on how to start the week out, I chose to use the energy of the Oracle cards from Sandra Ann Taylor. That's these cards right here. So let's see what we can use for advice to get you some information and some guidance on that. The Magician in the Mirror. The Magician in the Mirror. So take a look. What are you really looking at? That's a discernment. Some of it's good, some of it's bad. You can create what you want, but really pay attention to what's fact and what's fiction, because there is a storm on the horizon. Your fears are legit, some of them. So which ones are fact and which ones are fiction, so that you're prepping yourself for the storm ahead. And the storm is partly because it looks like you are standing your ground on an issue that's important to you. And not everybody's going to like that. So it is going to create some hazards this week. And, how can we navigate that? That looks challenging, but it's in your everyday activities, except that Tuesday, when the moon moves into Taurus, now it moves into your house of partnerships. So how do your everyday activities involve your intimate partnerships? And for that, we have focus. In order to create a transformation, you really need to focus your energy. See the butterfly on her forehead? In order to create a transformation in either your thought or the way other people think, or what are you going to bring into action? This is Tuesday and Wednesday with that grounded energy of Taurus to bring you down to ground. When you're a water sign, it's good to have a little bit of earth in there, right? To keep it from the emotions getting too carried away. And the recommendation for you is to find the joy. It says joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. So focus in and take the action on what brings you joy and happiness. Standing your ground about something that's really important to you is important. And I'm not going to tell you not to do it. Take the higher road whenever possible. But there's a storm coming. And I feel like, with proper action, there is a way to stand your ground and kind of avoid the worst part of the storm. Some actions are better than others. So look to see what's good and what's bad. And this looks like you have water balancing with fire. So that's emotion and action, right? So discerning which actions will bring a more comfortable, a more joyous, a happier, much happier outcome for you, right? So, okay. The moon moves into your 8th house of transformation on Thursday, Scorpio. That's a Gemini moon, and that's about bringing your willpower and focusing on your boundaries. Standing your ground. That's a lot. You got a lot happening there. All right. So look, I know that maybe for some of you, this isn't totally resonating. So if that's the case, you can go ahead and check out your sun, moon, rising, whichever, if you don't know what your rising sign is, I did put a link below. You could check that out to get that information. You do need to know the time and place of your birth, but maybe you need a little extra guidance and you could get a better picture on it. Right now, it looks like you got a decision to make. So because it's in Gemini, I went with the Angels and the Ancestors card from Kyle Gray. Let's see what kind of help we can get that'll, it looks like you're going to be exerting your will. I mean, this is definitely exerting your will energy right here. You're going to do it. There's a storm coming. You need to establish what your boundaries are, but it's also important that you don't run roughshod over other people's boundaries. That's never good either, right? Okay, so, we received 2. So you have the High Priest, intend and create. Intend and create. So you can create the situation that you want. If you're looking for joy and delight, if you're looking for a way that meets your high standards and criteria, excellent, right? This is definitely standing up for someone or something, right? There might be a creative way to do it that brings you the joy and the delight and helps you to avoid the full brunt of the storm. You also received the Lord. Take charge with authority. Take charge with authority, right? You're creating something here. Not everyone's going to like it. So stand in your power, be super strong about it, which is really cool because on Friday we have the winter solstice, which is the longest night of the year. And so what I like about this is that it starts being longer every day after that. But it's a good time to really go within and look for the shadow and the light and what is important to you. Hi, Arya. I'm doing well. Thank you. So look for the shadow and the light. See what is of value for you here. And then stand in your power. Stand in your power with that full moon on Saturday. Stand in your power. Be strong in it. And then on Saturday, it's about self-reflection. And see, it's water, so it's emotional self-reflection. But she's not drowning. Look, she's not drowning. Don't drown in your emotions, but get into them and see what's really important to you. And so to get you guidance on this, I went with the Goddess Guidance cards from Doreen Virtue. Hi. I did say hi back. I don't know when you left. I've been having some trouble with YouTube today. So, wow, look at this. Look at this. It is a real leap of faith you're taking, Scorpio. So when you are doing your self-reflecting and you're deep into those emotions, but remember, we're not drowning them. When you're standing in your power and your authority, when you are standing up for what you believe in and this cause that might create a little dissatisfaction with the people around you, know that eventually there's joy and delight coming. So go ahead and take the leap of faith. This is telling you that it's okay to do this. It is okay to go for it. It is okay to take that jump, to take that leap. Not everybody's going to be a fan. Who cares? You know, I don't know who said it. I really should look it up so that because I quote this all the time, but what somebody else's opinion of me is, it's none of my business. So people could think what they want. You do what's right for you. Okay? I'm going to get you a color card. If you want a private empowerment coaching session, I do offer those. So the information for that is below. Or you can come back on Saturday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and I'm doing the Q&A then. Yes, so area, this is a general reading. I will do questions and answers. Take questions and I'll try to find answers on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. And this is your color card for the week. Azure, protect yourself. Protect yourself. So stand in your power and do the right thing. Go ahead and take the leap, but make sure that you're covering your bases using your discernment. Using your discernment. Measuring out the value of action versus emotion. Okay, the alchemy of it. But that looks like a really powerful week. So I hope I see you back here on Saturday, and we can do a little Q&A, and we'll talk about the power of this full moon in Cancer and how it can really energize your life, because it doesn't feel like an ending. It actually feels like a rebooting of a cycle. That's what it feels like. Okay? All right. I will talk to you soon. Have a great week. Take care.